Hey guys, it is Cyclone. How are you today? I'm going to be doing another beer versus video. This time in the IPA category. We have two double IPAs featuring the citra hop, and they're both extraordinary. However, from initial impressions, I think I like one more than the other, but I want to try them together and really just taste the different approaches to this style of beer. Stepping up to the plate is a beer that everybody has on their list. The King Sue, guys. Yes, the King Sue from Toppling Goliath. This is an 8% double IPA featuring citra hops. That's it, man. Simple, straightforward. It is a little bit over a month old. I think it was canned on February 23rd, and today is March 29th. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little over a month old, still fresh, and it's a delicious beer. I've tried it. Very smooth, very drinkable. It is going up against a local favorite, though. This is the Cutting Tiles with Citra from Trillium. This is an 8.5% double IPA featuring not only the citra hop, but raw wildflower honey. Now, again, both are featuring citra, and both are roughly at the same ABV. One's a little bit more bold in its approach, but you know, this would be a great time to review which style and approach I prefer, and the only way to really do that is to have them side by side. So I'm going to pour them into these giant wine glasses because, you know, these are a nice glass for aromas, and also I have two of them, so it's a nice way to kind of compare the beers. We're going to have King Sue on the left here. Oh, yeah. King Sue comes out. It's a beautiful, beautiful hazy gold color. That'll be enough for that one. Look at that. Beautiful. Just, oh, I smell the mango and the pineapple and the peach all over it, man. Oh, the peach is really ripe now. Like, I think maybe letting that sit in my fridge for overnight may have helped the aromas. Maybe this actually is going to yield a much closer result than I thought from yesterday. Maybe some settling did that beer justice. Here's Trillium. Oh, yeah, guys. This beer's awesome. I've had it as well. They look pretty identical to me. This one's a little bit muskier. I get more herbaceous punch, like a more hoppy, herbal essence to this nose. Almost floral. Oh, but it's, oh, the little crackery honey cracker in there. Ooh. Definitely more peach on this nose. I'm actually kind of amazed by that. Really peachy. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't get that yesterday. Oh, now I'm kind of intrigued. And this one, a little more. There also is some peach notes. A little bit more of that buttery, crackery malt scent with the honey in there. Oh yeah, guys. On appearances, near the same, but I have to say, actually, they're about identical. Holy shit! Would you look at that? Can you really tell a difference between those two? Look, I can't really tell a difference. They literally, I'm looking up at the light. They are the same looking beer. I cannot tell the difference. This is a little bit more carbonated. That's it. I mean, my gosh. And this one's a little bit murkier, like a tad bit murkier. Oh my god. All right, guys, let's do this official review. This versus. Let's start with the traditional King Sue double IPA with citra hops. I mean, in terms of smoothness, it doesn't get any better than that. There is a nice hop profile, but it's not overly citrusy. It's a little waxy and oily. I do get some of that oily, waxy hop taste in there. I mean, this is scary though because you could drink this at the beach and you would have no idea that it's 8%. Getting nice, grapefruit and orange peel notes. A little bit of peach, a little bit of unripened pineapple in there. But right now it's not blowing my hair back with citrus notes. There's a little bit more of a grassy, waxy hop taste in the beer and also dancing in the malts. Mouthfeel is carbonated and medium, not too creamy, not too thick. Okay. That's King Sue. It's really drinkable. Like, scary how drinkable it is. Now, let's go to the cutting tiles with honey and the citra hop. Way more citrus. I taste orange juice in there. Still drinkable. A little bit heavier on the body, not as carbonated. So it's a little bit thicker and a little less carbonated, almost like a stout. But it's so smooth. And the hop is just blowing up on the backside. Oh. Yeah. I taste pure oranges and grapefruits on the back end, like a juicier back mouth feel. And the hop lingers more. A little bit more prevalent on the hop that's being featured. The honey malt is just dancing a little bit. And again, these beers are cold. I'm going to do a whole, start to finish comparison. The Citra has more meat to it in the cutting tiles. It definitely has more meat and more punch and pizzazz. It's really freaking delicious. Back to the soup. Very tasty. Very nice. But again, I'm just a little bit irked by that waxy taste on the back. It's a waxy hop versus the orange juicy, grapefruit juicy taste. I am getting grapefruit peel. Tons of grapefruit pith and pithiness on the back end of the King Sue. I will say the mouthfeel of the King Sue, it almost tastes like nothing. Like, it's so fluffy and light and beautiful. It's so smooth and easy to take down. A super approachable double IPA for probably someone who's not as inclined on the style. This will blow you away in how drinkable it is. And if I go to Trillium, oh man, there is an extra element to the Trilliums. Is it the bigger beer? Yes. Is it featuring another ingredient? Yes. But I'm just saying the foundation of the beer. Trilliums is thicker, it is less carbonated, and it is more impactful on its citrus notes. The King Sue is extremely frothy and light while still maintaining a nice juicy note, but not quite as prevalent. I don't get as much of a punch on the juice in King Sue as I do in Cutting Tiles, but King Sue is a lighter body, lighter mouthfeel, and a little bit easier to take down. Wow. Anyone thirsty yet? I mean, anyone wanna reach into their beer wallet here and oh my gosh, guys. And both are priced the same. The Trilliums is locally $23 for a 4-pack. The King Sue is $23 for an imported 4-pack. So there is a shipping cost involved with the King Sue, but even so, these beers are being marketed at the same price. And so I'm comparing them not taking into account price. On their boxes, Toppling Goliath does date their boxes. They do not date their cans. They only have a Best Buy date on here, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. The package date is what it would be, the can date, 2/28. Okay, actually this beer is just at a month old then. Okay, so I think the package may have said 28 instead of 23. Maybe it got smudged off or something. Anyhow, both beers have information on them. And, this one is a little like 10 days old. So, yeah, it's a newer IPA. It's a little bit fresher, but they're both within that roughly month threshold. I don't take that really as a point off of King Sue for any reason. That this should hold up, that long. Again, exactly what I said. This is a more approachable and lighter beer. It's very well balanced. It's very smooth. Frothy, light, fluffy mouthfeel like all the Toppling IPAs appear to have. And just your classic orange and grapefruit and mango notes. Pineapple. I mean, it's very, very pleasant. It's the back end that gets me a little bit... it's a little too waxy on the back end. What waxy hops do to me is they replace a pure citrus taste with an herbal waxy taste. It's herbal wax. That's exactly what it is. It's a little grassy, but it's not... I don't taste the citrus juice in that back end. But if I take a sip of the citra, Cutting Tiles, I taste oranges and grapefruits I taste pure fruit juice on the back end. I gotta say, comparing them, I feel like the mouthfeel of the Toppling, even though Trilliums are so smooth, the mouthfeel of the Toppling is so smooth. But there's more impact on the Trilliums. Flavor profile. Let's pour the rest out. I'm going to be a happy boy today, I can tell you that much. You guys hyped for Borderlands 3, by the way? If you've seen my video for Borderlands 3, pardon me. This is an occasion where burping is encouraged. Oh my god. Look at the carbonation difference. Look. You see what I'm saying? There you go. King Sue, more carbonated. Frothier. I do love the peach on the nose, though. I wish that was in the flavor a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It's a really pleasant beer, though. It's just easy. It's easy. Don't have to think too much. You don't have to prepare yourself for that drink. It's so frothy and light. It tastes like a pale ale in the body. It's so light. It goes down so smooth. But this has that punch. The Trilliums has the punch, as they always do. They punch you with the juicy citrus hop notes that it just... a bouquet of orange and grapefruit juice. Just that extra flavor. And the honey malt is just... and on the back, it's just lingering there. And it lingers, and it lingers. You get this citrusy, hoppy back end that doesn't go away. That's what I'm talking about. See, and that's really, I find like the defining difference between two highly rated IPAs. And actually, this one's rated higher because more of the population can get their hands on it. I actually feel like the Citra Cutting Tiles is criminally low. It's, I think, a 4.4, 3.9. That's baloney to me. I don't understand how you rate that so low. I don't understand it, but that's just me. Um, yeah, my analysis holds through. The citra has way more of a juicy note to it and a lingering hop profile that doesn't go away after you've swallowed the drink, and that just adds more aromatic impact. And that's the term, aromatic impact. That's the phrase I like to use, the aromatic impact of a beer. How much does it impact your palate while still being very easy to drink? It is an orange juice smoothie. Like, I can't, oh, yeah. Mango, even a little bit, apricot and pineapple and grapefruit. That herbaceous back end that just lingers. That's exactly the difference, guys. Really, the mouthfeel and the aftertaste are the two differences here. I think both are exceptionally well made. I think both should be added to your list. I think more people will be able to get King Sue because of distribution than they can the Cutting Tiles. If you're not local in Massachusetts, you're probably not going to get Cutting Tiles or any Trillium beer. I'm extremely blessed to have that access. The Trillium is more, it requires more from you because of how heavy it is. So, the King Sue is actually the more approachable beer. Isn't that amazing? The King Sue is for the less inclined beer drinker. The Cutting Tiles is one that requires more of your palate and more of your time, pretty much. Like, I could down a King Sue. I think I could almost call that a session beer. That's how light this is. Easy. Yeah. I could probably down that within a couple minutes. I could probably chug it. It's almost a chugger. That's how smooth it is. I don't want to chug the Trillium. I don't want to. I feel like I'm going to throw it up because that's what they do it there by. Look at how thick the body is. Like, it just lingers. Let's just take a look at the lacing characteristics of the beers. See, more lacing on the King Sue. A little bit more lacing. But honestly, guys, lacing doesn't really mean shit. It's visual. It shows you a little bit about the yeast profile. Big fucking deal. I mean, it might indicate, how carbonated it is. I mean, it's not a big factor, guys. I'm more concerned about the taste and the hops, and the Trillium has it. Right when you swallow, there's this orange juice taste. And even a little bit of peach juice. A little bit of orange and peach citrus juice. A little bit of grapefruit essence. It goes down with no alcohol. It's even the bigger beer. Guys, the winner, for me, it goes to Trillium by preference. When I'm at this ABV, I want the full flavor explosion. King Sue to me is almost like a session beer. That's how smooth it is. So I have to give it bonus points for being extremely drinkable. But its aftertaste, I want more from it. I want more juiciness. Because I'm too spoiled from these Trillium guys who give me that juicy beer. It's so juicy on the Trillium. It's on another level. This is just a citrusy beer. It's not as juicy. But it's super dope, man. It's really good. I think this does get the 100. But I gave it a 98 yesterday. I think I think it deserves the 100 for its drinkability alone. It's scary how smooth it is for an 8% beer. And I get why a lot of people like it. Because it does have citrus, but it has one of the most drinkable bodies I've ever seen on a beer. And that's no joke. The Trilliums is heavier and it requires more from you. It is it's hop soup. It's hop soup. This is hop soup in a glass. That's exactly what the Trillium is. It's hop soup. And I'm not complaining about that. Wow. So, a maltier, thicker beverage on Trillium, more juiciness, a super froth, light, and drinkable citrusy beer from Toppling Glass. That might be your deciding factor. For me, a beer at this magnitude, I want more of the elements that the Cutting Tiles has because it is more impactful. If this were a 6%, 7% even IPA, King Sue has it down pat when it comes to a lighter IPA. I mean, if this were a 6.5% IPA, I would be blown away by it. Blown away, like, on another level. But it's 8%, and I'm just looking like where is that additional hopping to accommodate that 8%? It's a little bit too muted on the juicy factor. That's it. Both world class, both worth your time. But that's my final verdict, guys. This is Cyclone signing out. I will see you around.